Alright, guys, I would just like to clarify that I am very new to retail arbitrage. I'm not new to watching Gary Vee videos of watching him go to garage sales and finding salt and pepper shakers for 5 cents and selling them for $17 a piece and shit. Like, I'm very aware of flipping and retail arbitrage. I have been for a long time, but I'm very new at actually executing it and doing it myself. So, right now, I just want to go over my realistic first week in retail arbitrage because I have it all on a spreadsheet. Now, I'm going to clarify one thing right now. Everybody, and I mean everybody online, finds the products at Goodwill, at Walmart, at Best Buy, whatever, when they're super marked down, and then they sell them on eBay or they have an Amazon FBA business and they sell them on Amazon. Now there's fees for the weight of the package. There's fees for shipping. Profit margins get smaller, and that was something that I was not willing to do. Something that I wasn't willing to do is build an online reputation on eBay, which can be very hard for a lot of people, and also get started off with Amazon FBA, where you can only sell limited products while you're new on the platform. So to get around all that, what I'm doing is I'm buying my products online and then I'm selling them on Facebook Marketplace, or I'm in Canada. We have Kijiji, which is an online classifieds selling platform, a lot like Craigslist. We have Craigslist too in Canada. It's just like the only reason you would ever go onto Craigslist is to find an escort or a hooker. And I'm not even trying to be funny, but like that's what Craigslist is in Canada. It's a very crime filled platform. I'm sure I could find cocaine on there if I really wanted to. But that's not the point of this video. The point of this video is a realistic first week in retail arbitrage. So let's go over some numbers, and then I'm pretty sure the video will be relatively over after that. So hold on, I'm new to this screen recording content style. Let's get this back down here. Here we go. Alright, so now we're going to open up my Google Chrome. We're going to go to my content Gmail. We're going to go to and my business Gmail. By the way, guys, I am a failed entrepreneur time and time again. I've had a personal chef business that did pretty well. I was getting consistent clients and consistent gigs, but due to food cost after COVID, it was not a profitable business to have anymore, so I couldn't do it anymore. And then I also started a clothing line where I was selling clothes in a store at a mall in Calgary, here in Alberta, in Canada. And I was also in the works of starting a drop shipping store. But then I mailed $3,000 worth of inventory out to the fucking warehouse to get everything printed. And what happened was they lost my inventory in their warehouse, and that was all my money down, and that put me out of business. So this is just a lot more simple. What I like about retail arbitrage is it's basically like selling drugs. Like, okay, yeah, I sold weed too. So I sold weed when I was really young, back before weed was legal in Canada. And essentially, you buy the weed at one price. You buy the ounce for $140, and you can sell it for a total of $220, or you can make even more just by selling 1 gram, 2 grams at a time, 3 grams at a time, and letting it add up. That's how I made my money. So essentially, retail arbitrage is the same thing. You just buy at one price and you sell at another, and things on certain platforms go for certain prices on certain platforms. So yeah, we're gonna open up Google Sheets. All right, so everything in the black is completely sold during a pay period that has had a start and a finish. So it's completely done with. No need to look at it too much. Everything in the purple is a hard sell. So it's stuff that I listed that isn't selling very fast. Everything in the green is unsold. Everything in the red is a next sale. So that's meaning like I sold these shoes today. So I put them in the red because they're part of a pay period that is still active. It's had a start but not a finish. So if I sell something tomorrow and the next day and the next day, I'll put it in red until it's been at least 1 or 2 weeks, and then I'll put it in the black. So that's how that works. And now I'm sure all your eyes are gazing at the numbers over here because you want to see what happened. But basically, I sold $780 in inventory, and then because I got a $120 check from the government, that put me up to a total of $900 in sales. And then my expenses were $386, and then my profit was $513, and then I reinvested $454 into my next batch of inventory, leaving me with $104. I don't know how I have $104 left. I should only have like 10 or 20 bucks, but I have $104 left over from that. And then, so with the $454 invested, this is an important part. So now that's down here in the green. Everything in the green is where that $454 went. So I spent $64 on a mic 3 times, $61 on a microphone, $164 on a microphone twice, and then $63 on a microphone twice. Profit margin over here, I don't know the exact percentage. I could calculate it, but I don't want to. But I'm selling for 130, 130, 130, 130, selling for 320, 320, 320, or just 320 twice, and then 130 twice. The total number of that is $1,420 if I sell everything in the green. Now, if I sell everything in the purple, that's just added money on top from a previous pay period that never actually sold. So over time, everything in the purple, though it's a hard sale, when it does sell, it's just pure spending money or pure saving money, money that you can keep guaranteed. So working our way back over to the 1420 here, everything in the yellow is a projected number. So I'm projecting $1,420 in sales, leaving me with $713 in profit, $707 to invest in my next batch of inventory. And then because I sold the Nike Airs for 30 bucks from the hard sell pile, that's another $30 money left right now. Everything else in the green is unsold because it has not arrived yet. It's still being shipped to me. But essentially, I have stuff selling, I have inventory that I'm sitting on, and I have inventory on the way, all at the same time over the course of a week, and my expenses are taken care of for the next 4 weeks. And I've been able to like buy weed for myself, my vape stuff, all my bad habit shit. I haven't like done this super master Tony Robbins seminar. Like, that's a lie. I did one like 2 weeks ago, but like I don't accredit any of this success to the Tony Robbins seminar that I attended. It's healthy to do stuff like that and be in the self-help community. But the number one thing here is action. And I know it sounds so stupid, but like, guys, I'm going to go over how I started now. So I picked like 4 or 5 things in my bedroom that I just don't need that hold value. Things like PlayStation controllers, headphones. And then I got a $200 check from the government. I just get checks from the government for being poor. That's what happens in Canada. If you're below a certain tax bracket, they just help you out and throw you money every once in a while. So with that little bit of money from the government and just the 5 things in my room that I sold, I essentially just sold it all and then bought a few things on eBay and flipped it and then got started. And I haven't needed money from anyone else. I haven't had to ask for help. I've been completely self-sufficient the whole time it's been happening. And I was in the profit margin of, here's, you're making your money, and then you're profiting. I went from making the money to profiting in my first 3 days. So there's hope for y'all out there.